Hey guys, welcome back. As you noticed just a little while ago, I decided to do a little redecorating to my channel, and yes, I got an intro courtesy of yours truly, the epic one, and also I did a dual commentary with him like a while back. If you guys are new to my channel and may have missed it, the links to that one will be in the description below. And so go ahead and listen to the epic one, and he'll tell you a little bit about his channel and what he does.
First of all, I want to thank Lyrical for featuring me on her previous video that we did and this video now. Make sure you subscribe to her channel, both her Lyrical Disaster and Lyrical Persuasion. My channel consists of gameplays, Madden, Battlefield 3, computer tech tips, and just everyday things. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Check out my videos. Tell me what you like. I take requests on intros and different video types, and you can ask me questions about computers and all that stuff, and then I'll try to help you out the best I can. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel for updates.
Okay guys, and normally I usually do entertainment things by myself, but like I said, I decided to bring a special guest on. I was like, man, you know what, two minds are better than one. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about our favorite movie of 2012, and this is like the movie that both of us thought that should be in the top 100, top 5, whatever the case may be, and that is The Dark Knight Rises. Most of you know that The Dark Knight Rises came out back in this summer. I think it was like July or something like that. And like I said, I talked about this earlier before, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about The Dark Knight Rises. So the epic one's gonna go ahead and start it off, and then I will come after him.
I mean, I've been a Batman fan all my life. That's like the first superhero that I just I ain't gonna say fell in love with. I don't want to sound cheesy or whatever, but I don't know. It's just something about Batman. I mean, he doesn't have all these superpowers like Superman or whatever. He fights regular style fighting. He doesn't shoot lasers or anything. But when it comes to The Dark Knight Rises, I don't think any criminal can top the Joker from The Dark Knight, but Bane came pretty close. I mean, he was just that mysterious person. You didn't know much about him. He was just, he was cool. He had this mask on that kept him alive, and it was just, previously on Batman and Robin, the 1997 movie, Bane was just really corny, but this one just made him dark, and it made him like straight from the comic book. Like they just ripped him out of the comic book, and boom, there he is. And I just really enjoyed that movie, but hands down, that has to be my favorite movie of 2012.
Yeah, I will have to agree with you. Like I said, I went to go see that like back to back. I went to go see it Saturday, then I went again to go see it Sunday. And when I watched it like the first time, I'm not gonna even tell stories. Like when I watched it, and it was like the part. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, I'm about to spoil it for you. But it was at the part in the beginning where they were on the plane, and then all of a sudden they had this masked guy with Bane in the middle, and he had the mask on his face, and then he started talking, and like I was sitting in the back in the speakers and whatever, and I was like, oh crap, I got scared. I was like, I need to go ahead and leave this. Like it wasn't even a scary movie, but I got like, I don't know, I guess it was like his voice or whatever just a little bit scared me just a little.
Yeah, it gave you the chills almost, like that, like, oh, he's so mysterious. So it's like, what is he about?
Yeah, I was like, oh god, I need to go ahead and leave this place. But after a while, I got used to it. But I was sitting there watching the movie, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Bane is like this awesome dude. Like, he's so big. And the way he sat there and kicked Batman's back, the way he sat there and kicked Batman's butt was pretty outrageous. Because like he said, Batman doesn't use like superpowers or whatever. He's just like all man. But he has like awesome combat styles, and they end up fighting, I think, where they were both in the League of Legends, and then like Bane changed and went on by his different ways or whatever. And like I said, that movie is like the hands down the best movie of 2012. Most of you guys may disagree with me, whatever. They might say, oh, the Avengers were the best one. The Avengers was good too, but I have to say The Dark Knight Rises was the best, hands down. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about what movie that we're looking for. Oh, we're gonna be seeing the we're going to be talking about the Django that's going to be coming out on December 25th, and you can go ahead and tell me why you would like to go see that movie, or what do you think about that movie?
When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was kind of like, I didn't know what to think of it, but then I did more research on it. I mean, there was only so much that could come out as far as, teasers and whatever, but when I saw Quentin Tarantino was involved with this, I was like, I have to see it. He makes really good movies. Some of them are disgusting, but they have a good point to it, and they have good story. The man knows how to make a movie. I mean, some people say, oh, there's too much gore in it, or there's too much language, or there's too much just, nastiness. Well, I mean, sometimes you have to make those theatrical, you know, put those theatricals into a movie in order to make it successful and to make it good. And so far, Quentin Tarantino hasn't let down with a movie. You know, Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction and all those movies and Inglourious Bastards. That was a really good one, and I'm hoping that this one comes close or tops it. Jamie Foxx is he's a really good actor. Leonardo DiCaprio, I'd love to see them together. And Christoph Waltz from Inglourious Bastards is in it, and he's a really good actor. So I hope this movie tops Inglourious Bastards or is equal, because this movie looks really good.
And didn't Quentin Tarantino was the guy who did like Hostel? Wasn't that him?
He was involved in Hostel. He was like a writer or something.
Yeah, I thought that name sounded kind of familiar. I remember watching Hostel. I'm a fan of the Hostel thing. I know it's kind of weird because torture movies, but I told you I like torture movies. But yeah, when I first saw the Django commercials, like I said, I think it was back when I was watching The Dark Knight, and I was like, whoa. I was wondering, I was like, when is this coming out? Because Jamie Foxx is pretty good when he was in the what's that? The Horrible Bosses, and he was that one dude that what was that name? What was his name? Was it like I fuck your mother or something like that?
It was something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then he was like the Django, but the D is silent. So I was like, oh my gosh, this movie is gonna be super crazy. So like, I gotta go watch this on Christmas. Like I said, and then
it also seems that whenever he plays a role, like when he did Ray Charles, or whenever he does, when he played in Ali, when he does a serious down role, he kills it. I mean, he could win an Academy Award for this movie if it is good as the trailer makes it seem.
Yeah, because most of the time they just put like the best parts in the trailer, then the movie doesn't even turn out how it is, and sometimes it pisses me off because you sit there and you wait and they hype it up and you pay that $12 to go watch the movie and then it's total crap. And you're like, wow, that's a waste of money. But yeah, and another thing that we're going to talk about as well is like the movie that we're going to be looking forward to in 2013, the one that's going to top every other movie in the box office of 2013. So go ahead and tell me yours.
Now, there's a couple of movies in 2013 that are going to be, up there. You got Iron Man 3 coming out.
Oh,
you
yes.
have the new Superman movie, The Man of Steel. I mean, there's so many movies coming out that it's going to be hard to pick a definite winner. And I'm a comic book movie guy, and there's just so many movies that it's hard to choose exactly which movie you want to say. But if I had to, for my opinion, I have to choose Man of Steel, because something has to be better than Superman Returns. That movie was just horrible. It left a bad taste in my mouth when it came out. And Superman could make a better movie than that. And this one, watching all three trailers that have come out so far, it just looks like a really good movie.
Yeah, you threw out some heavy hitters right there. Those are like the ones that I had on my list too. Iron Man 3, I'm a huge Iron Man fan. Robert Downey Jr. And I don't know, like you said, that Iron Man 3 is, I think it's a toss-up between Iron Man 3 and The Man of Steel. But when I saw the trailers, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like you said, the Superman Returns, that was a pretty boring movie. And I like Superman. But when I saw the Superman Returns, the one that you were talking about, it wasn't really interesting. But this one right here makes me like want to say, oh my gosh, 2013 needs to get here today so I can go ahead and check out this movie, because this looks awesome. Like, yeah, so before we go ahead and close this thing out, we got to go ahead and talk about one thing in particular, and that's documentaries. I know most people don't like watching documentaries or whatever. I'm not too big of a huge fan, but the documentaries that I do watch is more like celebrity-wise. Like I know you said that Justin Bieber came out with one, Never Say Never. That was a pretty good one. And Miley Cyrus came out with that. Didn't she come out with the Hannah Montana thing? And then now like Katy Perry.
I think it was something Best of Both Worlds or something like that.
Oh yeah, the Hannah Montana crap. Or it's not crap, but it's still good. So go ahead, let me know which one of your documentaries is like by far the best.
Now, the most recent one I've seen, I'm a big fan of, like, true stories or something that's based off of true stories. And a lot of people haven't heard of this one. I didn't almost hear about it until I was just looking around and I found it. It's called My Amityville Horror. They're doing interviews with the people that actually went through the Amityville Horror story, the true story that happened at the house in New York. And just to hear this actual person tell his story, it makes you that much more scared to actually think, oh man, that's real. That could be real. That paranormal effect could be real. I don't want to go nowhere near Amityville, New York ever.
Yeah. I've never really seen that one, but I'm not really into the whole scary type superstition or paranormal activity type movies. I don't know, it just doesn't seem real to me, so it doesn't catch my interest. But the different things that did catch my interest was like in 2012 was the Katy Perry movie. Like I said before, I'm a huge Katy Perry fan. Like I've been a fan of hers since she came out with that one song, I Kissed a Girl, and I liked it. And that to me was like, oh my gosh, dude, I gotta watch her. She like, I think she was the first one to ever come out, think outside the box. Because you know, most people are like closed minded or whatever. Like, oh, I'm not gonna come out and bring out a song saying that I did this with another chick, or a guy saying I did this with another guy. And I think she was the one who like set the bar, and she's been, you know, she's been coming out with the best things ever. Like I mean I'm a Lady Gaga fan too. She's the one that's like talking about disco sticks and doing all this stuff with
Yeah.
girls and stuff. So I mean, if I were to choose, I would have to say Katy Perry. She's a little bit more down to earth, and she seems like a humble type person. She seems like a softie, you know. So
Yeah, she knows how to go out there, but not she knows her limit. She knows where to stop and what entertains people. She doesn't have to go all outrageous wearing meat dresses to award shows and try
oh
to wear
yeah.
like come in a big shell or whatever she came in, and she just comes in just normal dresses. Sometimes they're outrageous, but they're not, you know, above a certain limit.
Oh yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, you know what you gotta do. And also make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the Epic One. He's an awesome guy, and like he said before, he does computer tags, he does gameplays for like Madden and stuff like that. If you want to play him in Madden, go ahead. He's an awesome competitor, and like I said, just all around, go ahead and check out his channel. And like I said, if you like this video, you know what you gotta do, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Anything you would like to say, the Epic One, before we leave?
Just thank you for letting me be a part of this video, and I hope you guys take her advice and subscribe to both of us.
And have a good night, everyone, and hope you enjoyed. Later.
For the cause.
Yeah, you sit there running your fucking mouth, Optimus. You ain't shit.
Yeah, as long as I'm
You got one more kill than me. 25
know,
more fucking
right?
points. Get the fuck.
Yeah.
Here, go fucking blow an HIV dick, bitch.
Don't get mad, bro.
Go blow an HID dick, bitch.